no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today, Freemers, we are back with another Free Realms video. I am sick at the moment. If you can't tell, my voice do sound different, and my nose is stuffed up. So, just letting you guys know that I am still gonna record content for you, regardless of how I'm feeling, because I'm on the grind. Okay, I'm all about the grind, all about putting out content for you guys. And today I want to talk about something that, I mean, it's been going on in the Free Realms community for, like, I would say years at this point, like 4 years maybe. And it didn't occur to me that this has been going on until someone made a post or made a comment on Reddit. And it's so funny, dude. We're going to dive on into this, but this comment, let's talk about it. So, it's so funny, dude. The fact that there's 3 Discord servers and they never acknowledge each other. So the 3 Discord servers that this person's referring to, there's the Free Realms Sunrise Discord, the Open Source Free Realms Discord, and there's the Revive Free Realms Discord. There's 3 Discord servers. They never acknowledge each other. So you could call it a server war if you want to, but I don't know. It's such a weird thing, though. I mean, there is the r/Free Realms Discord, but, like, that's kind of the social hub, if you would, of all 3 combined. So, I mean, I wouldn't count that as part of the trio. But there's, like, a little Discord war going on. And it's so... I feel like it's childish and petty that we have to go through all of this, like... Because, I mean, the Free Realms Sunrise Discord server, I mean, let's face it, right? The server is a minefield. You step wrong in one spot, you get blown up and you're out of the server. It's crazy. Me personally, I'm banned from the Discord server. Mainly because of my videos and talking about things that go on in the Free Realms Sunrise Discord server. And frankly, I don't think, I don't think Mayhem quite likes me anymore. I don't know that for a fact, but still waiting for that interview. Right, Mayhem? We're going to get that. We're going to get that going. Okay, but yeah, I did get banned. I can't remember when. It was probably like around when I made my Discord server for the Freemers, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it, because that's when all the toxicity happened. I mean, that server's toxic in general, but, like, that's when the big toxicity went down, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy what goes on in these servers. And then, yeah, Free Realms Sunrise, they don't acknowledge any other project going on. They don't care. Because the Free Realms Sunrise Discord server only cares about Free Realms Sunrise. They don't care about an actual Free Realms, like, legit revival from Daybreak, or Singularity 6 for that matter. They only care about the single project, the single entity that is Sunrise. Whether or not it's a thing or not, we don't know anymore. We don't. Because there's been no updates. Who knows? Prove me wrong in 2026, or prove me wrong before the end of the year. But regardless, it is so interesting. And, I mean, moving on to my next slide here, you've got these 3 different servers. Now, Open Source Free Realms is... It's its own thing, but I feel like it's more of a community-based thing. It doesn't get... You know, it's not like Free Realms Sunrise where they only care about the single entity. Because Open Source Free Realms, to my knowledge, because I've never been in the server, to my knowledge, has always been open to feedback, criticism, and I believe collaborations. So, you know, I think Open Source Free Realms, for the most part, would care about, like, you know, if Free Realms got an actual revive, they'd care. They'd be like, oh, sure, do it. And then they cut the project, because what would be the point, you know? But, yeah, Open Source Free Realms, I feel like, acknowledges... It's kind of like 2 polar opposites, you know? And yeah, I've never been in the Open Source Free Realms Discord server, but I imagine the moment I step into it, it's like all-out warfare, you know? But it's not a minefield like Free Realms Sunrise, but yeah. And then, of course, the Revive Free Realms Discord server I am in. I believe I am filling out the petition soon. I just haven't had the time to sit down and properly do it. But I did want to make a video out of it so you guys could see what I put for everything. But yeah, with Revive Free Realms, I mean, for the interaction there for the servers, I mean, Revive Free Realms does acknowledge Open Source Free Realms, so there's a connection there, there's communication there, but there's no communication with Sunrise. Because you look at Free Realms Sunrise and it's like, that server is probably, I don't know. I do feel, I would feel so at ease if we were told something about Sunrise. You know, anything. But, you know, if it's the news that the game is still being worked on and it is going to see the live day, cool. Great. But if we do get the news that it's canned, then at that point, I think as far as like Free Realms content goes, I stop covering the revivals, I think, and I focus more on Palia. And that would mean less videos on the channel, but the reality is I don't see a future with Open Source Free Realms. I really don't. With the whole Revive Free Realms petition, there might be some hope there, but I more so look at Singularity 6 as kind of my light in the darkness, if that makes sense, for like a Free Realms like game, or for them to revive Free Realms in its entirety. Who knows? But it's so interesting that we have all three of these servers, right? And like, you know, really, they're just three different entities trying to all do the same thing. They're all trying to bring Free Realms back in some way, shape, or form. Revive Free Realms doing it by petition and trying to make it work. Open Source Free Realms is literally the community trying to band together, punch in some numbers, and hope things work. And Free Realms Sunrise could possibly be done. We don't know what's going on with it. There's no communication whatsoever. So it's kind of where we're at with things, and it's very interesting. It makes me wonder if we should just create a supergroup server and just merge them all together. And that way, you know, we reset the power dynamics and we just kind of forge an alliance, you know? But then, of course, you do have the Freemer server, which I acknowledge, because I have in my server, I'll just go to it real quick. In my server, I do have, like, Palia news. I have Free Realms Sunrise news, which the last post was over a year ago, which is wild to me. And then I do have the petition. And again, I've mentioned why I don't like support or acknowledge Open Source Free Realms. I mean, I acknowledge it, but I don't know if I support it. I have files I got to give out, but that takes time. That's a lot of gigs of files that I have to throw in separate emails, and it's a lot. But willing to help out where I can. But I don't believe in Open Source Free Realms as much as I do like a proper revive. Just because here's the thing: if Daybreak revives Free Realms, I think that's the proper revive. But if, you know, Free Realms Sunrise finally says something and we get the game, then that's where I see things going. You know, Open Source Free Realms, I feel like, is right now, it's just a walking simulator with multiplayer features. It's not what I want from Free Realms. While that's cool and all, it doesn't give me the experience back. You know, it doesn't do that for me, because it's cool to do that, to walk around in Free Realms again, but like, you can do that for only so long until you get like, oh, well, there's not a whole lot to do in this. So right now, where I'm at with things is we're sitting around, we're waiting, and again, content may slow down if we do get news from Sunrise, but who knows? But this is just so interesting, all the servers kind of doing their own thing, you know? But anywho, that's going to be the video for today, but thank you guys for watching, hanging out. I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye!